Carcassonne's a game I really enjoy, and I'm surprised, even though it's been around for quite some time, how few people have actually seen this game. It's one we've introduced many people to, and beginners seem to pick up the game very, very quickly and usually comment that they have to go out and buy it soon after because it's so much fun. The name Carcassonne comes from a French town, which, if you know it, is sort of heavily walled and fortified, and the pieces in the game represent that with all sorts of beautiful and lovely little drawings of towns and cities that you can make that in some way look like the original Carcassonne in France. This is a tile-laying game, and it's a rather unusual form of gameplay if you've never played this type of game before, but it's really quick to pick up the rules, and you'll be playing it with even beginners in a matter of minutes. The idea behind the game is as you place tiles, you try to complete roads, cities, farms and cloisters, and in thereby doing so gain points. There are also some points to be gained by unfinished features when the game's over, and this can make all the difference between who wins and loses. There are a range of tiles in the base game. There are city tiles that join together to make cities, and you can score these if they're complete, or you get a partial score at the end of the game. There are road pieces, which is a similar idea. These also join together and score. And there are cloisters, and these cloisters, you can place one of your meeples, one of your playing pieces on them. He becomes a monk, and these score depending on how many tiles surround them as they're being built up in the city. Of course, the game includes many tiles which have a number of different features on them, and these can be joined together to fit your roads or cities in a manner that you wish, and the plan is to try and complete as many of these features and score them before the game ends. So the game begins with a starter tile which is placed on the table before anyone begins, and then the players in their turns select a piece from the collection of tiles that have not yet been played and are face down in a box, and as they select one they turn it over. They can show it to their opponents and decide where they're going to place it. The plan is that slowly but surely during the game, each player builds up roads, cities and cloisters and farms and hopes to complete these before the end of the game and score as many points as they can. Once all the tiles have been used and there are none left in the box, the remaining scoring for incomplete features is done, and it's decided who is the winner of the game. And usually the results are pretty close, within a few points of each other, even though we may be scoring 100 or 200 points in a game. Once you get used to the base game, there are numerous extensions that you can buy to add to this, and these add many more tiles, often with slightly different designs on. Also new playing pieces, different kinds of meeples. There are mares, there is a pig, and all sorts of other ones such as the Phantom, which is a player that allows you 2 goes. And as you add more and more extensions to the game, it gets more and more exciting. It obviously takes much, much longer, but it's great fun. We've played what we call Mega Carcassonne and put together as many extensions as we possibly can, and it takes a whole afternoon, if not longer, and covers the whole of the floor space, and the scores get almost into the thousands, but it's absolutely great fun. So that's Carcassonne. See if you can borrow it from a friend, or maybe buy a copy and play it. I've never yet known someone who I've introduced this game to who hasn't really loved it. Hope you enjoyed playing it and that the video was useful.